Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Thunderbirds and our home team. And they will not get a chance to return. Turn this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, 18 Gator.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Logan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. There.
Check 99, check 99.
Now.
Allen off the play fake. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Let's go. Down.
It's a big play there. 43 yards.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
And that'll set them back 5.
Keep playing hard.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike 9. Mike 9. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 9 the mic. 9 the mic. Watch the screen.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
Second down and goal. Allen dancing to his left. He'll find Metcalf down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
64. Wait.
Slam. 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 Check. Crouch. Crouch. Crouch.
Ready.
They run with Logan. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a fourth and goal. Well, it's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but from this distance, the odds aren't with them at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back, get the touchdown on your next drive.
Yeah, and you're on the road, so snag the lead while you can. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And it's complete. Henry. A good pick up there at 20 yards. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on second and 8. Brissett. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up third and 7.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And caught by Henry. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike, 9. Watch the run. Watch the run. 9 the Mike. 9 the Mike.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Big trip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
He's cracked.
Hey, Alpha.
Check.
This is Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Greystone, travel.
Check nickel.
They'll run it here with Logan. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check 3. Switch. Check 3. Check.
Hurry. Shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Bravo.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to fire one, and this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. T.J. Logan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was a because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Brissett on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Complete. It's Henry. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Hey, box drop. Hit it.
And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Allen. Going up top. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake. Brissett. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Logan. And some room to run now. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And touchdown. T.J. Logan with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Hayward. Mike 4.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that weapon.
Brissett sets to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's
defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Kill. Go. Hey, wahoo.
Mike 9.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the air, Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, 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 hey!
On play action, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3/4 of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he is not going to get the 1st down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will score. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And an alley to run. And he will have a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Brissett. It's caught by OBJ. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling. And now here's another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. Touchdown. T.J. Logan, 72 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, Brissett. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field.
This is caught inside the 15. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down 6 at the 8-yard line.
Brissett again. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And in the air once more, it's Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Badgley able to knock this one through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike, no. Hey, we gotta get to Mike over there. Hey, let's get this. Mike 9.
Hey, exit.
Bang
Ready.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That's to McCaffrey, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm here all day.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
to keep it neutral, got my own religion.